Welcome to the season of self-love, your daily dose of inspiration and encouragement. I'm your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery. Are you ready to elevate your mindset and embrace the power of self-love? Well, have you come to the right place? Each day we'll dive into topics that will empower and inspire you on your journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. Whether you're looking to cultivate healthy relationships, boost your confidence, or find balance in your life, this podcast is here to support your every step on the way. We believe that self-love is the foundation of living a fulfilled and joyful life. And together we explore practical tips, insightful interviews, and transformative stories that will leave you feeling inspired and motivated. So join me Monday through Friday as we embark on this daily adventure of self-love. Tune into the Season of Self-Love podcast to start your day on a positive note and discover the limitless potential within yourself. Right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Today is Friday, May 10th, 2024. And welcome, my beautiful people, to another episode of the Season of Self-Love. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and today we will be diving deep into a conversation about authenticity. This word resonates deeply with us. Yes, it does. In this May, we are all about using our words impeccably. And what better word to explore than that one? To call us to be our true selves, right? Right. Joining me today is our resident therapist, Dr. Will. What's going on, Dr. Will?
I'm feeling magnificent and meaningful. So this is a great topic today.
You ready for this? You ready
Oh,
for
yeah.
this?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready for this.
All right. So let me do this. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to get a little deeper into this word authenticity. Yes. It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back.
Washington Wellness Institute focuses on healing always. For me, if I look good, then I feel good. If I feel good, then I share the good. If I share the good, then I celebrate the good. If I celebrate the good, then I live the good. So I can be paid to be my greatest. But I have to learn the good to be the good.
So, what does it take to be the greatest? It's as simple as a free 15-minute consultation. Be kind to yourself and heal always.
Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast with Nyomi Banks, where every day is a chance to embrace self-discovery and personal growth. Join Nyomi on a transformative journey, streaming exclusively on Spotify and Breaker. With daily episodes from Monday through Friday, podcast is your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and self-love. Dive deep into engaging conversations about self-care, mindfulness, and personal development. Nyomi brings you expert insights, practical tips, and uplifting stories from thought leaders in the field. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and unlock the power of self-love. Mark your calendars and tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast. Available every weekday on Spotify and Spreaker. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the beautiful season of self-love. Get inspired and join Nyomi Banks on the Season of Self-Love podcast.
All right, well, welcome back. It's your girl, the Goddess Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And today, today we talk about authenticity. Authenticity. Yes, that's the word that we're talking about today. You know, the month of May is all about using our words impeccably. I have Dr. Will right here to help me today because after the show, I'm going to share something with you that just came up during the break. But yes, what's going on, Dr. Will? You ready for this?
I feel impeccable and intelligent. So let's try.
All right, so let's do this. You know how we always start our show. We always start with a nice, calming, guided meditation to help us connect with our most authentic selves. You ready? Here we go. Find a comfortable seated position and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs with air. Now exhale, slowly releasing any tension that you may be holding on to. Now with each breath, I want you to allow yourself to let go of any mask or barriers that you put up. And I want you to embrace the present moment and connect with your true self. I want you to feel the essence of who you are at your core. Now visualize a warm light surrounding you, enveloping you into a cocoon of acceptance and love. And with this light, it represents your authenticity, your unique essence that shines brightly from within. Now, as you continue to breathe deeply, I want you to feel a sense of liberation wash over you. I want you to let go of any expectations or judgments, allowing yourself to be fully present and genuine in this moment. I want you to embrace all aspects of yourself, your strengths, your vulnerabilities, your quirks, and I want you to honor the truth of who you are without fear or hesitation. Because you are worthy. You are enough, just as you are. Now I want you to take one final deep breath in, feeling gratitude for your authenticity. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes, carrying this sense of self-acceptance and honesty with you throughout the day. All right, my beautiful people. Well, thank you for that. If you're new here to the Season of Self-Love podcast, it's something that we do every day, Monday through Friday, to where we just center ourselves. And this was us all about authenticity. Ooh, yeah. All right, Dr. Will, you ready?
Yes. No, I'm not. I'm ready to be present. I am ready to be present. Yes, whatever you got.
You ready?
Yes.
All right.
I'm grounded. I'm grounded right now.
You grounded right now?
Mm-hmm.
You grounded right now. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. So let's jump right on into it. All right, Dr. Will, can you share why you think authenticity is so vital in our journey towards self-love?
It's so vital because we are born with authenticity. We are removed from authenticity. And then we have to learn to bring it back. And it's a journey, it's a rediscovery, it's an enlightenment, it's an epiphany, it's a process. And it is the very fabric of our inner childhood joy and spirit. So I believe that a lot of our authenticity is founded upon our inner childhood and how much we learn to live and reconnect with that child in us.
That's very insightful. I like that. I believe that many of us, we struggle with our true selves too because of that. So do you have any personal experiences that highlight the importance of authenticity?
Yeah. My job is a result of that. So my father was always present with me, always there with me, very strongly, very devoted to his family. But it was almost a Jekyll and Hyde situation. And so it was like, how can this man that loves me so much also can be so aggressive and violent at the same time? And he passed away when I was 16 years old. And I think about how my life was pretty much, I would want to understand why. Why were you so angry? What made you so angry? Why didn't you get help? What made you angry, right? Because you're such a loving man. And I realized because I couldn't answer that question, I ended up being a therapist, not even considering, right? And so I answered the question my childhood needed by becoming the parent that I needed. The healing parent. I became I didn't even realize it, right? And I sat and talked with my mom yesterday, afterwards. And we talked about that, how I always wanted to understand my father's pain, and so the authenticity of just recognizing that my life was based upon a story that I never really understood.
Mm.
Help me help other people, help other people find their story so that they can move on, because I never could find mine.
Mm.
So, people say, why do you want to be a therapist? Not because I'm smart or because I work hard, or what makes you passionate about the way. I'm like, because I'm living it.
Yeah.
Right. I live, breathe, and sleep this, not just because I want to help people heal, but I'm also trying to heal myself too. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm not some magical superhero. I'm someone that has a story, and I'm just living that. So my authenticity is even in my profession. That's why I'm so great at what I do.
I love that. That's not, I do. I love that. And I can ditto that. I can ditto that. I can ditto that of knowing the work that I'm doing right now. Me living in my purpose right now is my authenticity.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that at this point in my life, you can hear my ugly stories if you want. You can hear the bad things I've done. That's fine. You can hear the good, bad, and ugly, because the truth is that I can't run from that anymore.
Yeah.
I just can't. And if you want to have a conversation about it, I can genuinely tell you that any story that I tell you, it was genuine from the beginning.
Yeah.
It was intentional from the beginning. I can say that with true regard. And so I think a lot of us are afraid of what will happen, right? We think truth and authenticity, our truth is going to ruin our authenticity. Your truth can be manipulated. Lies can be manipulated. But
Mm-hmm.
forms of influence. Authenticity can have an influence
Yeah.
still. Between the truth and the lie is authenticity. And I think a lot of us think that authenticity is like a virtue, or like something glorious, or something positive, or something. No, authenticity it's right.
Yeah.
There's no glamour, there's no sparkles, it's a stillness. It's that rock in that river that's not moving. Even when water's persistent and cutting through, it's still still. And
Yeah.
I think people that are authentic are very still. What they say is what they think, believe, and feel at the same time. You can tell when everyone's all aligned like that. It's a
Yeah.
different energy.
Yeah. No, I hear you. When I look back, even as a little girl, and I think as a little girl, I probably at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that age, before now, was probably the most authentic that I ever was.
Mm,
I think as I got older, maybe in my mid 20s, and I'm being real, my mid 20s to my mid 30s is when I started to put on that mask,
mm,
put on the mask,
mhm,
because I needed to be something for others, for everyone else. And I'm not even talking about particularly in my inner circle family. I had to put on that mask because I was now in front of a camera, whether it was singing, dancing, modeling, or acting, or whatever it was. I had to become something different than what I was. So from the time I was 20 something
mm,
years old, I had to lie about my age.
mhm,
I just now start accepting myself as 51 years old. So let me say this. Probably about 3 years ago, 3 years ago, is probably the first time that I truly shared my real age. I was always 10 years younger. I even had an ID made that I was 10 years
mhm,
younger than what I was, because it was told to me that as you get older, being in the entertainment business, women, especially Black women, that you are a
mhm,
dying breed. Once you get once you get 30 years of,
Wow.
you're gone. You're dead. There
Wow.
is no work for you. Ain't nobody looking at you, such and such. I was
Wow.
blessed that I didn't look that age. I was blessed that I
Wow.
did look like I was 22, 23, 24. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And so I wore that mask. I even forgot how old I was. Literally. Once I retired out of the industry, that is where I started to really see me. Because even with the mask on, I saw myself evolving. Does that make sense? So it's like
Yeah.
I was standing outside of myself, watching this person with the mask evolve into something.
Mm.
And other people might think there's something bad, but it wasn't. It helped for me to grow more into who I am today versus of
Right.
looking at it more as a hindrance or shame. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
so that allowed me to fast forward 10 years later to be able to not only be genuine and live in my truth, but to be authentic in what I say, how I feel, how I'm living my life, and even the way that I speak. You know what I mean? Even the way that
Mm.
that even when I speak, I can jumble up words and all of that. But they can still understand what I'm saying because one is the intention behind what I'm saying, that it's not talking at people, it's always talking into people.
Mm.
It's always fueling them or what's been fueled into me, especially these past 10 years, especially the work that I've done, sitting in
Mm.
that closet, praying,
Right.
looking at my life go in front of my eyes and looking at each thing that was in my life through every chapter of my life on what makes me who I am today. So when
Yeah.
I am with my good girlfriends or with my good guy friends and we're talking, and sometimes I just sit and I observe, I don't say nothing. And usually it's a rarity when I don't say anything, but I've been taught and guided to sometimes don't say nothing. Just watch. Just watch. In those words that they speak,
Mm.
it will show so much to you. And a lot of things were revealed to me lately. It was revealed to me lately. A lot of things were
Uh-huh.
revealed to me lately. And I'm wondering, this is my thing now, I'm wondering, what is my purpose in those lives?
Uh,
What are their purpose in my life? What is the
mm-hmm.
lesson to be learned in this life that we are connected in? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why are we connected in this way? Um, because even in these relationships, I want to have compassion and empathy and understanding for what they are going through and to look at it from a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, to respect and understand that their growth is different than my growth. I have to understand that even in their inauthenticity, there's still a little mirror imaging of myself.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. And so in with all of that, now I'm looking at, okay, the lessons. What is it? What am I to learn? What am I to learn from last week? From all of my good girlfriends, all 9 of them wasn't there, but the ones that were there, what did I learn from that whole conversation that I had with all of them being together? What did I learn from that? What was the purpose for us being able to be in that
Right.
thing? Because if you were there, you were meant to be there. So why was I meant to be there? Why were they meant to be there? Why did the
Mm.
extra person come into that space? What am I to learn from each
Mm.
one of those spaces? And what I did, I
Right.
just sat and observed the whole weekend. You know, I did my thing and went around and been the hostess with the mostest, but I observed everybody as well as myself. And I saw some things that I'm like, ooh, I need to check myself a little bit. And why I need to check myself, because I need to remember that I attract a mirror imaging of things. So as I say about authenticity and taking off the mask, where's in this person is my mask still on? Whereas in this person that my mask still on? You understand what I'm saying? Whereas in these different people that my mask is still on?
Yeah. I usually say, what do I represent in this person? Or how does this person represent my life?
Mm-hmm.
I try to think about like, what quality about them represents my life?
Mm-hmm.
Because they only know me from, they only impact me as much as I see myself in them.
Mm.
So what is it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think we don't really take into account what authenticity means as someone that's surviving through something
Mm-hmm.
and someone that's living through something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm realizing, even through what you said, a lot of us feel like our authenticity has to come with a cost.
Mm.
And that's very interesting to think about, right? There has to be a cost to be authentic. And I don't want to go too deep into it, but I think that the cost of authenticity, let's just say that there's an unlimited cost to it.
Mm-hmm.
But what we perceive it to be, what we perceive authenticity to be, is probably not what we think it's costing us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I say that authenticity, we're inherited with it as children.
Yeah.
And we're told to remove ourselves from it,
Yeah.
to conform.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're told to come back to it to have love again.
Yeah. Mm.
No. So there's yeah, I don't want to take over too much because it can go really heavy, and I don't know where we're gonna go yet because I want to wait.
You know, as when you said that, I'm gonna tell you, it's like several things just weighed in my mind.
Yeah.
With that, and I'm looking at each one of these individuals, right? I'm looking at each one of these individuals. And even when I think about things, I can think about different chapters in my life. Does that make sense? Different chapters in my life that either is in a healing moment for me, but also what I think I am to them as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And that's and so when people pull you from authenticity, it's because because they lack their own authenticity.
Mm.
So they have to project. They have to project. And then when you re-identify yourself with them because of your own authenticity,
Mm-hmm.
they have the choice to either accept it or deflect what you're showing them.
Yeah. Mm. Wait. Mm. Okay. So let me say this. So let's hold that for 1 second. I had this situation. Oh, and I was just talking about this. This was a battle that I had this weekend. And then I told myself, I was like, I'm not even gonna worry about it. I have other shit to worry about than worry about that. I have a good this was like my sister over fucking 40 years of friendship. 40 years. And this person knew me before it was even a Nyomi Banks. But this person only sees me as Nyomi Banks. But only the Nyomi Banks that was active. Not even the Nyomi Banks that's down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that hurt my spirit and my soul because it's like, I know that I've grown, but why can't this person see that I've grown? Is it because they haven't grown? Or is it because I haven't shown them that I have grown? Or have they not looked for me to have grown because they don't want to grow? So in that process, it's get confusing because it's like, did I outlive my season with this person?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What is the connection to this? Because you see how you are with them. It's like you have to bring yourself back down to that. And I hate to say that, but you have to, go back down to that space. And you like, I don't even want to be there. Like,
Right.
somewhere else. Why the fuck I gotta
Right.
keep going here? I don't want to go
What are we
visit
doing? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, so why do you think this is my question to myself. So why do you think you got to keep going there?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is who you are. But the thing is that even that person back then, you would have already told they stacked. So what's stopping you now? What's stopping you now is what's stopping you now? Is the compassion? Is it what is it? What is it?
Mm-hmm.
Because in that moment, are you truly being authentic? And if that was weighing you down because you're not being, because you don't want to hurt this person feeling, because you do love this person and you want the very best for this person.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? Is it them or is it you? And I go through that. And then what I said, you know what? I don't have to see this person if I don't want to. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm just being honest. I don't have to see this person if
Just
I
remove yourself. Just remove
remove
yourself.
myself completely from the situation and go concentrate
Mm-hmm.
on something else. Because best believe this person ain't trying to figure out how authentic they is in this relationship because they still want to see you. How the fuck they want to see you?
Exactly. And but I mean, but aren't you curious though? Like, sit them in a room and be like, okay, this is what I noticed, and I just want to know, why don't you want me to move on?
You know what? And I do want to do that. That's my next thing to do that. But my baby boo was like, just do it on the phone. No, I can't do that shit on the phone. I got to be in a room so they can feel me. Because maybe that is what they need. Because every time we together, it's always
This is another conversation we should talk about, because some people, especially those that are not healed, need permission to leave.
Ooh.
I was thinking about those videos that we talked about on that other podcast about how some people need permission to be a victim. Sometimes they need permission to be an abuser. They need permission to leave your life, and they won't just leave. And you have to understand what they need. And I have toiled with this so much because I've learned that some people, because they can't live authentically, they need permission to perform. Right. Yeah.
That is so. That's two of them. That's two of them. That is two of them. But let me tell you what this is, and you got to tell me, doctor, on seriously. When I think about that, I always go back to the mirror imaging, and I know it's like, don't even make this shit about you. But in process, I do, because I have to figure out, how did I continue, if I'm going through this healing process and I'm doing it, how can that just continue to be? Especially when
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
But what is power? But what is power, right? Because you're talking about power now. And how I define power is autonomy, the power to choose. So what are you choosing? And what are they not choosing? And what are you trying to choose for yourself? Like, there's so many dynamics about this.
So am I trying to choose? Can I be honest? I believe I'm trying to choose for the both of us. I'm trying to be the stronger one to choose for the both of us, understanding and knowing what these relationships mean to me, to both of us. You know what I'm saying? To both of us in that, so it's like I'm blocking everybody else out in that dynamic that I have with these people. You know what I'm saying? And just going from what it is here, when I say I prayed about it, I sat on it, several different things with it, and it brought me back to here. Like I still need something. There's still something in there that needs to be said or heard amongst them. So I have to put on my big girl panties and sit in that with them and take the piece of mask that I have off with them when I'm talking to them. I have to take the rest of that, because I'm only half face now with them. This is something I just realized now. I'm like a phantom. I got half face, real face, and half face on. Whatever reason it is. Now I need to take that whole thing off and grab their hands, give them a hug, kiss, and okay, this is what this is.
I have a situation right now where I have to accept that this person doesn't accept, they don't believe in forgiveness because it might jeopardize their ability of what they think they have power and control in. A lot of people who think they need power and control on other people or themselves, they need more control. It's hard for them to be open to vulnerability and repair. And I had to learn to accept that I needed to make closure for myself to say, like, hey, I want to repair, I want to make this right, and I want to do the best I can. And I didn't do it to get back with them per se, but I did it because I know I needed that off my chest, off my mind, off my spirit, to know that I was authentic about how I feel about it. And there's no ego about, well, you feel your way, I'm gonna feel my way, and then we're gonna try and work it out. And the moment I feel something off, I'm not okay. And I think a lot of times people are like, well, I don't like them, they're at work, I'm just gonna ignore them and get to my work and do my work. That's a lot of energy to be trying to ignore somebody.
Yeah. Why
not just accept that there's an unresolved emotion and you want to talk about it because it made you feel some way? Oh, then they can play me like that and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, it's better than you acting like you're okay. And then your work gets sloppy, your performance gets sloppy, the way that you act and with others is sloppy. And then you want to act like you're normal. That's not true. You're not acting at your best capacity, which means that you're not authentically present. I can feel it. I can feel that. And so I think a lot of times we perform because of what our authenticity could have been. Not realizing that it's actually more harmful.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of vulnerability and trust to be authentic.
Yeah. I'm gonna sip on a little water for a second.
That's a good water.
Wow. Yeah. I just had some realizations here. All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick break and then we'll come back and then we'll go.
Yeah.
All right, it's your girl, you got it, NmW&x here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And we will be right back.
Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast with Nyomi Banks, where every day is a chance to embrace self-discovery and personal growth. Join Nyomi on a transformative journey, streaming exclusively on Spotify and Breaker. With daily episodes from Monday through Friday, podcast is your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and self-love. Dive deep into engaging conversations about self-care, mindfulness, and personal development. Nyomi brings you expert insights, practical tips, and uplifting stories from thought leaders in the field. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and unlock the power of self-love. Mark your calendars and tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast. Available every weekday on Spotify and Spreaker. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the beautiful season of self-love. Get inspired and join Nyomi Banks on the Season of Self-Love podcast.
All right, it's your goody girl, it's Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. You know, the month of May is all about using our words impeccably. With the word. And today's word is authenticity. It's like, I'll just slap me in my mouth.
Right. It was like, you said what word? Say that word again.
And we're here with Dr. Will. Hey, what's going on, Dr. Will? You like, what's going on with this? What's going on with this? We kind of shared some stuff with this word today. Did we really do it any justice? Truthfully, did we do the word authenticity of understanding it any justice?
I think we broke it down a lot. But did we give? Yeah, we broke it down a lot in different ways. And actually in about 6 different ways. So I think we do it. I think we understand it. I want to make sure. Yeah, I just want to make sure, like, because I feel like it was going to go somewhere, and then we took a pause. So I was like, I'm gonna find out. So I'm eager and elated. So yeah.
Well, can I be honest? I don't know where this is going to go. I really don't know where it's going to go, because what I started it with is not what it is right now. It is not. How I prepared it, and I'm going to be very real and authentic with y'all with this conversation. It was going to be a little fluffy. Like, we had a letter that I was going to read that came from a young lady, all of that. But I think us sharing just our experience with this has been able to break, as you say, break things down, break it down more. So let's say this, let's give ourselves permission to break it further. I know you said we can go a little deeper. Where do you want to go deeper? So I'm going to give it to you to where you want to go deeper with it, because maybe that is what needs to happen.
Yeah, I was thinking more of the dark psychological route, but we can talk more developmental. I think that would be good. Yeah.
All right, so what's the stages? Where do we go from here? How do we recognize that we need, like, how do you know what is
we need repair?
Authentic? Yeah. Where is that?
Yeah. So I'll be blunt. We have to repair what authenticity means. We have created personas, social media tags, blanketed lives by hashtags. We have canceled people in the name of authenticity. We have allowed ourselves to deconstruct what humanity means because of social media edge advantage. We have made people famous for things that were never authentic, but felt good because it felt safe. It felt familiar.
Yeah.
We allow familiarity to mean more than authenticity. We have allowed simplicity to mean more than authenticity. We have allowed we have allowed the thought of self-help to think that that's the authentic way of healing. Self-help has become a new trend where people are not even being authentic in that process, right? We come to a place where everybody has a platform, which means everybody feels like they deserve a stage.
Mm-hmm.
And who is to say who deserves a stage now? So when I talk about authenticity, we have to truly define what the foundation of our authenticity is. Is this a personal authenticity? Is this relational authenticity? Or is this the commune authenticity? How I represent myself in the community. So how I represent myself in the community, relationships, and personally are three different forms of authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
However, we have learned to kind of overwrite that
Mm-hmm.
by personas, right? Or identities that perform, and we don't take a time to understand what authenticity means to us as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So like we have to go back, and it's gotten dark, and then I will and I 100% will fight people for this, that it has gotten dark, and it is not, in the light of authenticity, is being overshadowed
Mm-hmm.
performative behavior. And that's what's scary about all this.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And I think that's kind of where I'm at right now about it. You know, and I'll get into my experiences, but I just think that that's kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah. By you saying that, yesterday I took a spiritual bath, a deep spiritual bath. I had to cleanse myself from the energy and all of that stuff. But I remember as I'm under the water, and I remember the affirmations and the prayers that I was saying, it was like, be bold, be authentic in your conversations when you speak to people, be bold in who you are. And when I say be bold in who I am, that is me being authentic, showing my authenticity, removing the fear. So a part of why I can't be as authentic in my authenticity as I want to is because I still have that bit of fear in me. So in that
That's a
conversation
developmental
that we
part.
just had, right? So in that conversation that we just had about the relationships that I had,
Yeah.
even though, and I heard you just break it down from relationship to, where I tried to, no, let me take that back. It ain't try. I'm more authentic when I'm speaking on this platform right here than I am with those people. Not saying that I'm fake with them. That's not it.
Right.
It's saying that there is a part of fear that I'm thinking that I'm losing something from them. Not as like a money or
We
nothing
talked
like
about that.
that, but it's about the interchange of relationships that I have with that person, understanding that within that friendship, within that sisterhood, whatever that is that we have, the fear of losing that and figuring out what's the value of that to the both of you, the both of us. You understand with that. And so right now, as we speaking right now, it's more is that half mask. And I have to be honest when I say this. Is it more for me or is it more for them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think the baseline definition of this is, when I think of being authentic with people, I'm showing you that I am showing you and telling you that I have nothing to give, I have nothing to take. I am with you. So when you speak with me and you're with me, you won't take anything from me. I won't take anything from you. I won't give me anything. I won't give you anything. I'm here with you saying what is truly present.
Yeah.
And it is original. It is genuine. It is right. And it is legit. How you react and respond to that is how you need to process that. And that's okay. And I'm not going to allow the way that you respond to it to mean more than what I meant in the beginning.
Right.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So you have to hold on to that, and you have to allow your fear to no longer be past or future. We allow our fears to be past and future. When I tell people, we give our future too much time travel, and it eats us up inside.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It's an emotional malignancy.
Yeah.
It truly is.
Mm. Mm. My little mind is going right now. I apologize.
No, I took a pause because I was like, we should go there. I was like,
Go there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm giving it permission. Mm-hmm. This is what this is. We cannot. Remember when you asked me before, what's an experience that you want for people to have when they come and listen to the Season of Self-Love, and when they come to listen to you on your platforms?
Mm.
I want that to be that. You understand what I'm saying? Through my healing process and through my self-love, this is what this is. And I say it all the time. I'm learning just as I am speaking and talking. Just as we're sitting here right now, there are key things that I've learned and that I heard either you say, or I even heard myself. This were aha moments that come. My prayer, my hope is that anyone that's listening to this now can also do the same thing, that they can be able to hear themselves and be like, okay, hold on. That's what that is. You understand what I'm saying? So I cannot be on here acting like I'm perfect. No, I'm retiring. I am a recovering perfectionist. There's no way. I am truly working on finding who I am and loving myself even that much more, to where I am truly making love to my motherfucking self. You understand what I'm saying? And so if I cannot show the people how vulnerable I am in the process and show them what it looks like for somebody who they think who has it all together, and be like, no, I don't. I'm trying to figure it out too. So let's figure it out together.
Yeah. Okay. So I love that, because I think that this is why I love artists so much. I love artists, a true artist, right? Because they are giving you what they see, and they're translating it from themselves into an item, an object, a skill. And all that is left is the thing that has been created. Right? And I take that analogy and I put it towards human emotion. I am sitting and experiencing this life, and I'm trying to feel through this moment. And you have the option of either creating that feeling or denying yourself from that feeling. And there is a moment where you have to decide if you are worth feeling your experience. And the more you keep denying it, you will end up never feeling who you ever are. People are choosing their circumstances before themselves. People are choosing the convenience over the quality of their love. People are choosing the familiarity over the exploration of something new. And we are tying ourselves down in so many ways because we're believed to only be successful by compliance. People are dying because of compliance. People are taking their own lives because of compliance and never feeling what they're experiencing, or they're afraid. It's your authenticity knocking at your door, asking you to live one more day. And so authenticity is a matter of life and death. And I'm so strong about this word, because people ask me all the time, how are you able to do all this and do the music? How are you able to travel the world and still be a therapist? How are you able to wear your hair like this and still, do therapy for for famous people. I'm like, they're not famous. They were found, and they made a choice, or someone made a choice for them, or they got that inherited choice. But the truth is that they're all people. We are all spiritual beings having a human experience, right? And so we have to give ourselves a human chance in the matter. Give yourself a human chance. And I am so frustrated, and my heart is just so full for people that are just fucking trying. Just fucking trying. And that's all I need. And people are afraid to try for themselves anymore. And I'm just sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of it. And I want people to jump and just try. You can always come back to your comfort zone. I tell people, leave your comfort zone so you can bring something back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, I can't, like, it's just that the thought of authenticity makes me want to understand why authenticity is not being tried. It's a big part in me, and I have done everything by the book to get to this point in my educational academic career, and it's still not enough. I have tried my hardest to be a really good black man. It's still not enough. I am trying to be everything, and it's still not enough. Which means life was never meant to be enough. It was meant to be lived.
Mm.
Take it for what it is, and make it for what you need. Because life has already done its job. Mother Nature has already done its job. Mm-hmm. It's our job to preserve it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
now, how you create your world to be, how you create your world to be.
Exactly.
Mm. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm laughing because, you know, I have this saying on my, where I work out on my wall. And it's don't be afraid to be great. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna come back because I'm gonna go get it off of my wall. So let me do this because I want to share it. And it's funny because this is what I say. I read it every morning when I go into the gym area and work out. Okay. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break and then we're gonna come back. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run and get it.
And we're off.
Right. And I want to share it with you all because first of all, let me say this. That wasn't dark at all. That was not dark at all, baby. That was something that needed to be said. And I understood it exactly the way that you said. And let me tell you why. It's because that one good girlfriend that I was talking to you before, that is what my frustration is with her. Yes. That is what my frustration is with her. Yeah. Let me do this. We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back.
Okay.
And I'm going to share this saying with you. And you're going to tell me what you think. All right. It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast with Nyomi&x, where every day is a chance to embrace self-discovery and personal growth. Join Nyomi on a transformative journey, streaming exclusively on Spotify and Breaker. With daily episodes from Monday through Friday, podcast is your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and self-love. Dive deep into engaging conversations about self-care, mindfulness, and personal development. Nyomi brings you expert insights, practical tips, and uplifting stories from thought leaders in the field. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and unlock the power of self-love. Mark your calendars and tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast, available every weekday on Spotify and Spreaker. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the beautiful season of self-love. Get inspired and join Nyomi Banks on the Season of Self-Love podcast.
All right, well, welcome back. It's your girl, you guys, Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love.
Not a lost breath in sight. Not a lost breath. Not one lost breath. You ain't even breathing hard. You just,
Yep.
them workouts are working. Them workouts are working.
Yes, they are. Okay, so remember I said about the being great? That's what I read, but that's not what it says. But that is what I perceived in my mind when I read it, right? So this is what it says. It says, don't be afraid to work hard enough to find out how good you can really be. Yeah, right here.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. And so for me, when I read this, when I look, it say great. For me, it says great. Don't be afraid to be great. Don't be afraid to be this phenomenal person that you are. In my affirmation, I am a phenomenal goddess. I feel phenomenal in everything that I do. I do phenomenal things for myself and for others. I love to be surrounded by phenomenal people. I speak phenomenal words for myself and for others. I see a phenomenal amount of abundance for myself and others. And I know and I understand that why I am phenomenal is because I am living in my purpose and I understand what it is to be phenomenal. So my word is always phenomenal. So when I look at this, when I come into this garage and go to that is what pushes me every day, and not afraid of being that. No longer allowing anyone to put me into this box, but understanding that there's still a struggle. I still have a struggle. I still have a struggle with certain things. And can I be very honest? One of the reasons why I have that struggle with these certain things is because I have more love and compassion for others than I do myself at that moment. Does that make sense?
Yes. And I think that that journey that you go on is going to need self-love in a way that it has never been used before.
Yeah.
You have to kind of break the limit to actually build the limit that you need.
Yeah.
And we've been so limited in so many ways. And it's just amazing what happens when to me, that's educational health.
Yeah.
How well do you learn yourself?
Yeah.
You're always learning other people, other things, other products, other tools, but you never take the time to learn yourself.
Yeah.
That's a process. That's a labor of love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah.
And that's one thing is that I learned through these relationships, through all of it, even with you and I, through all of these relationships, I learned more about myself. I learned more about what my limitations are for me in how I'm going to allow this relationship to be whatever it is. But also what I learned too is I learned about we all have a weakness. So what is my weakness in this relationship? What is the imaging that we have, the mirror imaging is? Because a lot of times we want that mirror imaging of each other to always be something of a positive, but we have to understand that there is always a shadow side. So what in this relationship that we can be balanced? Because it's all about us being balanced in these relationships. So now, as I'm even talking to you right now, like maybe in those two relationships that I'm talking about, that one mask off of that one, maybe that's the balancing part of me that I need to seek within myself, that probably them looking at me that they have to seek within themselves.
Right. It's so amazing how people in our lives have written in our chapters. And they might have written on pages that we haven't gotten to yet, or pages that we've actually passed.
Yeah.
And they don't even know it. But you have to recognize it.
Yeah. Yeah. I say this next book of mine is a phenomenal book thus far.
That said, my book is going great.
Truly, it is. It's been it's amazing to be in the seat looking to see. Does that make sense? Just to you seeking, you searching, a thirst for life, a thirst for knowledge, a thirst for understanding, a thirst for love. And it's a different thirst of love, because you're not thirsting for love from someone else. My thirst of love is knowing who this woman is, who this, you know what I'm saying? And how I relate to people in the world, how I relate to you, how I relate to that person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That is what that thirst is. And even though a lot of people around me like, the fuck is going on with her? You know what is going on with her? This is what it is. I would love for everybody to do the same thing, but this is where I understand that everybody's not there. And I also understand everybody might not get there. Everybody might not get there. So that is what
I stopped worrying about that. I stopped worrying about making sure everybody got there. Even Martin Luther King, I may not get there with you. Like, right? Like, hey, you may not get there with me. And that's okay. Because the truth is that my authenticity is people want to know, like, what makes you just who you are? I gravitated towards you, people follow you, because I'm not thinking about people following me. I'm thinking about living what I feel.
Yeah.
I'm living what I'm feeling. I have no ulterior motive than feeling what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
That is the type of self-love and compassion that I live with every day. And you can do that too if you stop thinking that you have to be something for somebody else or some other situation or circumstance in your life. Let go of that.
Yeah.
Let go. I let go. And it was scary. Sometimes it's heartbreaking, but damn, it's me.
Yeah.
It's me and nobody else, and no one can take that from me.
Right.
And I think that's something I want people to realize. Like, you don't want an identity that people can take from you. That's it.
No. Because they're going to be trying to take it, though. But yeah.
Good. They're going to try. Sure.
All right. So this is just evolved. Like I said, it just involved in something that, and it was good, Dr. Will. It went good. We didn't go dark.
Yeah.
I thought we was really about to go.
Oh, no, I went developmental.
Okay, I thought we was about to really get into
dirt.
I was like, look, you told me
no.
Well, I know how to get it.
No, that's next time. We just got back. We just got back. I'm not going there. This is our first day back.
I'm like, you ready? Okay, let me show you. Come on, let's go.
Give me 40 minutes.
He's like, oh shit, yeah. I'm not crazy. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not.
I'm here. Look, I'm here. I'll take it all. I take all Naomi parts. All parts Naomi. I'm good. All parts are welcome. All
right, my beautiful people. As we move toward the end of our discussion, I just got one more question for you, Dr. Will. Could you share some practical strategies for our listeners that how they can cultivate authenticity in their daily lives?
Yes. One way to think about this is, what do I need to lose to gain? And that will answer a lot of authentic questions that you have going on.
That's a good one. And also, while you make sure you write that down, make sure you journal that and you answer that question. That's a good one. All right, Dr. Will. Well, I want to thank you so much for your insight today. And to our listeners, I want you to remember that being authentic is one of the greatest gifts that you can give yourself. It's the essence of self-love and the foundation of meaningful conversations and connections. Oh, it truly is. And thank you. Everyone that joined us today, I want you to stay tuned for our next episode, that we will continue exploring powerful words that will help us on our self-love journey. But you know what? Before we go off, It's Mother Day's weekend is running, and I wanted to like kind of close off with a beautiful guided meditation that I had previously done. I think it would close it off. We had a great week. This week, the shows have been amazing. They truly have been amazing. And I just wanted to kind of wrap it all up and leave us with this, all right? Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs with air. Now exhale slowly, releasing any tension that you may be holding on to. Now reflect on the themes of empowerment, affirmation, clarity, compassion, and authenticity that have resonated with you this week. I want you to embrace these qualities within yourself and allow them to guide you towards a deeper understanding of who you are. I want you to feel the power of empowerment surging through you, giving you the strength to overcome challenges and embrace your true potential. I want you to affirm your worth and value. Recognize the light that shines brightly within you. And let clarity wash over your, illuminating your path forward and helping you to make decisions aligned with your authentic self. As you cultivate compassion for yourself and others, fostering connections and understanding in all of your interactions. And as we approach Mother's Day weekend, I want you to take a moment to honor those who are here with you and those who are not. And I want you to remember them at their best of times, cherishing the moments, the memories, and the love that they share with you. I want you to embrace the bittersweet nature of this weekend, allowing yourself to feel the joy and gratitude for the mothers in your life, both present and in past. And I want you to hold them in your heart with compassion and love. Now take a deep breath in, feeling a sense of peace and contentment wash over you. And I want you to carry the lessons of this week with you as you move forward with clarity, authenticity, and a deep sense of empowerment. Again, I want to thank you all for just joining us this week here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. I'm so excited for this month, just with different words of, just going forward with just this series on the words being us using our words impeccably. I love that we are able to, take the words and, kind of peel the layers off of them. And that's something truly what I want to continue doing with the Season of Self-Love. Well, last month we took the affirmations, so we can better understand on how to use them, because a lot of times we don't know how to use them or even how these words show up in our lives. Just like we spoke about authenticity today and how, even through the both of us, how in ways that is different, in ways that is some, but also understanding what it is and how it shows up. So my prayer is that you can resonate with this and hopefully be able to find your way through to where you can truly find your authentic self within this whole journey. You got any last words, Dr. Will?
Yes, to be kind to yourself and heal always. And when I say heal always, I mean really allow your authenticity to be still. It's a very still feeling. It's a very still feeling. And so the guided meditations that Nyomi's doing are a great way to understand what being authentic feels like. It's very still. And you're allowing everything to just pass through you. You're not have to reach further or reach back. You have just enough.
All right. Well, again, I thank you, my beautiful season of self-love people out there that's listening. I still ain't got a name for you yet, but I thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, share your thoughts, join us next week as we have more impeccable words to share with you. And have a beautiful and amazing Mother's Day weekend. And I send love, light, and love to you always. Have a good one. Thank you for listening to the Season of Self-Love podcast. And we hope that you enjoyed this fun filled with inspiration, empowerment, and self-discovery. Remember, practicing self-love is a journey and not a destination. For more information and to stay connected with us, visit our website at theseasonofselflovepodcast.com. And if you have any suggestions or questions or feedback, feel free to shoot us an email at seasonofselflove@gmail.com. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook for daily doses of self-love tips, motivation, and community support. So join our Facebook group, The Season of Self-Love, to connect with like-minded individuals on their journey to self-discovery and self-compassion. Thank you again for being a part of our community and dedicating to nurturing self-love and embracing self-worth. So stay tuned for more exciting episodes and guests in the next season. And remember, you are worthy of love, kindness, and all the happiness in the world. So until next time, take care of yourself and spread love wherever you go. See you soon.